Okay, for the first time, I think I'm going to try actually to present the reading in video. I normally type these out, so we'll see how this works. What I did was I used a harvest spread. I started to look for a spread that was appropriate, and I couldn't find anything specific to wanting children, although I'm sure they're out there. But before I found that, I found something called a harvest spread, and I thought it would be appropriate. The first card is what you want, and you drew the Four of Cups. And as you can see, there's that lad with 3 cups before him, and a cup behind him that he does not see and is not aware of. And in the position of what you want, this is very revealing. Now, I don't know if there may be 3 children around you now, or if you may have nieces or nephews, or if that is any way specific, symbolic, but it's very clear that the one you want, the one that you're expecting, isn't here yet from this card. Now, the second card is what seeds you need to sow to get what you want. And you drew the Ace of Pentacles. Aces are always good because they represent new starts. Pentacle, and once again you have something as if it's a gift from heaven being handed to you. And the Pentacle is a lot to do with investing, material type things. A lot of times you'll see gardens in the Pentacle cards, and you can even see here the bountiful flowers there. So what it says to me is, we all know children are an investment. So you might want to start saving. And making sure that you have the resources, because we all know that it takes resources to have children. But you may have time for that. We'll discuss that in a moment, because there's some other cards that have to do with your time frame. So the third card is what new belief you need in order to promote growth. And you drew another ace, the Ace of Cups. And I love cups, because cups are about emotion and feeling. And the Ace of Cups, you can see there are 5 streams pouring off of this cup. I'm not sure if you can see them from this image or not, but they are there, trust me. And they represent the 5 senses. And what I'm gathering from the belief is that there is always, it's always emotional to consider children, consider if you don't have, not having children, that what you need to do is basically to have more faith in wanting this to manifest for you. The Ace of Cups is about feeling and emotion and love. And if you've studied how to manifest, it's not necessarily as much about belief as it's about feeling. So in the position of what new belief you need, I think that the new belief you need is just to be in that feeling place of it. And the Ace of Cups, I think, is pointing you there. Now, the fourth card is who or what helps you. You got the sneaky Seven of Swords. And this guy, he's Seven of Swords is a good card because it represents victory, but it's usually kind of victory you might have gotten in an underhanded way. So I know that sometimes when couples are trying to conceive, sometimes one isn't always as honest about any form of birth control they use. I'm not saying that is going to be the situation or necessarily what it takes or what's required. It also might say that you might need other forms of help. It's definitely saying that there might be a trick to be pulled one way or another in having this occur. So it's an interesting card in this particular read, to be helped by this guy. Just the look on his face, I don't know if you can tell. I'm not sure if he's the guy I'd want to thank for anything, but hey, if it works, it works. All right. Now, The fifth card, what challenges you face? And we have the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords is usually is a sword. It's a card of conflict, of heartache, of something not going right in this instance. And as a challenge, I mean, it's interesting that this card, appears in a place that's about a challenge. However, if you look at the background, you'll see that there's a lighted window and a cloud and even birds here. And this is all symbolic of the fact that heartaches don't last forever. And maybe this is just representative of how you're feeling now at desiring to have a child. So my intuition on this is telling me that it's nothing incredibly severe, but and most of the cards here are primarily positive, so I'm going to say that this might be a setback for you at some point, but it's going to be something that you clearly recover from. Now 6 is what you harvest, and you get the Three of Pentacles, which basically is a card about work to be done, about the rewards. Once again, Pentacles represent more material and financial, but your question also involved time, and the Pentacles basically can represent years. So I'm not saying that it'll be in 3 years, because I kind of wanted to focus on a time frame for you. But what I did get, as I kind of relaxed my mind and kind of asked what exactly would this mean in the sense of time, and I kind of felt that it was within 3 years. In other words, maybe next year, maybe the year after, but no longer than 3 years will you have to wait. And then the 7th card, the key to the big picture. You have the High Priestess, and she's very contemplative, as she says there. It's a card that has a lot to do with spirit and intuition, about secrets being revealed. And it's funny because I did a little prep for this, and it just occurred to me as I'm just videoing this now, that if this is your first child, then having children is a mystery that is revealed. It is something that you really don't know what the experience is like until you've made conscious contact with it. But also in the background, those little dots behind there, those are pomegranates. And pomegranates, it's a fruit that's so full of seeds that it's also a fertility symbol. So I would say that the outlook is very, very good. It seems to me, as I say, within 3 years, there might be something tricky going on to get there. It may be that you need to consult a little bit of help, but I love these aces being in your spread. Overall, it looks like a very, very good read, and hopefully you'll let me know how this works out for you, even if it takes a year or two. And I hope you appreciated this read. Peace to you. Bye-bye.